كما وعدتكم سابقا، أنا الآن متواجد في المدرسة الثانوية ومعي المدير principal of the school، وراح نسوي حوار وأسأله كثير من الأسئلة اللي تدور في أذهانكم. طبعا أنا أستميحكم عذرا إنه اللقاء راح يكون باللغة الإنجليزية لأن الرجل غير ناطق باللغة العربية، وراح أحاول أنزل ترجمة إذا تسنى لي الوقت. So, hello George. I'm here with George. George is the principal of the school, and I will ask him most of questions parents want to know. So first of all, George, would you please tell us about the school and how long you are in the business and what exactly the benefits for kids to study here in Canada in general and in your school specifically?
Well, we have been doing this now for 23 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been 23 years, and over the course of that time we've had thousands of international students come to us from many different countries. At first it was mostly from Asia, but now we have students from Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, Saudi Arabia, I don't know maybe from India, but South Korea,
Okay.
Japan,
Mm-hmm.
China, of course, and Vietnam. Yeah. So it's a good mix of students, and of course students love to come to Toronto because we have some of the U of T, University of Toronto, is one of the top universities in the world, very high reputation, and a high proportion of our students go there. Also to the University of Waterloo, which is very good in technology, and we have a relationship with them actually, and we have a good proportion of students who go there, and the students do very well when they go there. But you know, one of the reasons parents like this location is because this is a very safe location for their students. We're in a fairly high-priced part of the city. The houses here are large and expensive, and the students have the opportunity to stay independently in their own apartment. And if they do that, we do check on them regularly, check on them quite frequently. Also, they have the opportunity to stay with families, and that's better for the younger children. So we choose really high quality families for them to stay with, and then usually it's just a short distance from that home to the school. And we have activities and lots of activities in the evenings to keep them busy, and of course we give them lots of homework, so they should be busy studying.
That's good.
And doing their best, yeah.
Okay. Actually, parents concerned about safety of their kids, and some of people, especially in the Middle East, they know about the Western culture through Hollywood movies, and they are scared about drugs, alcohol, and violence. So what you can tell parents about this issue?
Yeah.
Especially, I know here Canada is very safe environment, but we want to tell people, because they don't know, they have no idea.
Yeah. Yes, if you go by what you see on television, what you see in the movies, you'll get a very false impression of Canada. So Canada is a very safe country. Also, the people are very used to international people.
Yeah.
Like when you walk down the street here, you will see somebody from, if I walk down the street from here for a kilometer, I would see people from probably 20 different nationalities.
That's true, yes.
And which is really nice.
Yeah,
and so
the diversity.
So people in Canada are much less likely to have negative attitudes towards people from abroad. Where if in the United States, people feel very much protective of their own culture, of their own language, and they kind of look at other people as foreigners, you know. Well, we cannot tell whether you're a foreigner or not because you're probably Canadian.
Yes, that's
even
true.
if you look like a Middle Eastern or Chinese or African, they're probably Canadian. We don't know, you know. So that makes it a very welcoming community, and yes, safety. The crime rates in Canada are very, very low. Yes.
Okay. Regarding the studying, what if the student weak in English? How do you teach him? How you make him equal to his peers? What you have to do? What you do?
This is the number one goal of the school is to make the student comfortable in learning to learn in English. Mm-hmm. So if they cannot do that, that's
exactly,
no matter how well they do in subjects, if they cannot communicate in English. So when they come here, we assess them to see what level are you at, and once we know what level they're at, then we place them in a English as a second language program that's appropriate to their level. And we have 5 different levels. So we start at level. So a student in grade 9 who has taken no English would obviously start at level 1 and then work on their way up. We try to have counselors available from the different nationalities who can help students if they have a language difficulty. Of course, we can't have somebody from every country in the world, but we customize that to who our student population is, yes.
Okay, so suppose a student comes here in grade 12, which is the last, and his or her English not equal to peers in the class.
Yes.
How do you deal with the situation?
Well, if they come here at that level, it is, and if their English is very low, it will probably take 2 years to actually graduate and have a good chance to succeed at university.
Yeah.
If they come here with a high level of English and it just needs to be fine-tuned a little bit, then probably a grade 12 student could come here and graduate within 1 year.
Okay, so if the student comes younger, will adapt with the English faster, so because he will or she will have more time, so he will not make it condense.
Yeah, and they'll end up being better at it too.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll just, if someone comes here in grade 9 and spends 3 years, 4 years with us, why their English will be like native speaker.
Yeah,
by that
that's
time.
true, yes. But actually we have in the Middle East, we have a lot of international schools which are teaching in English. And people, it's like a trend there to send their kids to such schools. If they move from here, their English will be okay, so they will not have any problem. And how about other subjects? If you find weakness for the student in math or physics or something like that, what kind of thing you have to increase their knowledge and their skills?
Well, we provide tutorial help for students who are weak. So if if we did identify a weakness, then there is tutoring available for the student. It also depends on the program they choose. The program that they choose depends on how much tutoring they get. Some of the tutoring is built right in. There's no extra cost. And if the lower priced programs would have tutoring would be extra. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if somebody thinks to send their kid or whatever here in the university level, why we encourage them to come here in the school level? What is the difference in your opinion?
Well, the reason, so I think what you're asking is why should they take high school here? Why not go directly to university?
Yeah, why they don't finish the high school there?
And
like a lot of people which are doing this. What's the difference in your opinion?
And that is a possibility, but there is a huge cultural aspect to coming to Canada that can be kind of like a culture shock to a student when they come here. If they suddenly come into university, having to learn in a way that the classroom atmosphere is different in Canada. The students are asked to express themselves more. The students are asked to work in teams. The relationship to the teacher might be more collegial rather than top down.
True.
It's a lot of things the food is different. A lot of things are hard to get used to instantly. And if that student is going to succeed in their first year, they need to have all the advantages possible. So being able to come here in grade 12 or even in grade 11 to really become acclimatized, then their ability to learn in English and to learn in the English classroom environment becomes very helpful.
Especially I heard like in UFT, for example, they might have like 200 or more students in the same.
Let me tell you, I know some people who teach there.
Okay.
One of my friends has a class with 1,200 students.
Wow. Wow.
So he doesn't get any personal contact with them.
Yeah.
They have TAs, of course, teaching assistants who deal with smaller groups, but his class is in Convocation Hall, teaches environmental science, and they have 1,200 students. Yeah.
Yeah, like in my case, I have like 40 students in my classes,
and that's one of the advantages.
That makes a big difference when the student comes. Like here, the class size, like how many students?
Yes, we limit our class sizes to about 15 or 16.
15 or 16.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
never more than 20.
There's no comparison between the interest the student will get from the teacher when he has like 15 in the school level or 1,000 in the university level.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
you need to be trained to learn independently if you're going to go to university.
Exactly. Yeah, because when we talk about 1,000, then there's no chance.
So that's just an unusual thing. Mostly you were talking about 200, 150, 200 in first year.
Yeah.
But that was
even 200 too high.
Yeah.
But when we talk about 10 students, 15 students, then it's gonna be like each student has all the time from the teacher, and the teacher can recognize weaknesses easily.
Yeah.
So it will for sure raise up the level of the student to be ready to go, and not just to go to the university, to succeed. Because we know that to get graduated from the university, that's not the end, that's the start.
Let me tell you something about Toronto. If a student comes here from any country, and they want to go to a restaurant that serves food from their country, you can find it in Toronto.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
It has to be the most multicultural city in the world, I believe. Yes.
Okay. One more question regarding the housing. You said the students can live through the school housing, or on their own, or on homestay with families.
On their own. When you mean on their own, that they arrange it independently, that doesn't happen too often. But,
because they are minors.
Yeah. But we have condos where they live together in groups of 2 or 3. But for the younger students, I think the homestay where they actually live with a Canadian family, or if they have relatives here, that happens too.
Okay. How about the behaviors of the student after the school? How can you control that? Because some people concerned about they afraid their kids will keep going out and don't care about studying, especially when they are young. They don't know how they will behave here. How can you control that?
Well, our counselors keep close tabs on the students, and of course we cannot be with them all the time.
Exactly,
But
even parents cannot be with them all the time.
But when there are issues, the parents are notified immediately. Our counselors meet with the student. We visit where they live.
Okay.
To find out what is going on, and as soon as we see the little warning signals, the homework isn't being done, or the student's attendance is poor, they come late, we immediately contact the parents. That's the number one thing. That the parents are kept aware of what's happening, and then we look at ways to correct the situation.
Okay. And kids under 18, they must have a custodian here.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
school will be the custodian for them?
Choose a custodian for them, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if they stay with families, maybe that family could
Well, they
be...
still have to have a legal custodian. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be the family, it can be someone from the school, it can be a teacher, it can be me.
Okay.
Can be the custodian.
Okay.
Just someone who knows where they are, and if things go, if they go to the hospital, someone who can sign for them, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
You're acting in the role of the parent.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It depends on what the parents choose.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if somebody who's older than 18, but for any reason didn't complete their high school,
Mhm.
like suppose the age is 20, 22, something like that, and wants to come here, do you accept such cases?
Yeah, we do allow that, and and they would fit in because some of our grade 12 students, you couldn't tell if they were 18 or 22. You know?
Okay.
So they would fit in quite well. Yes.
Maybe I don't know if you have an idea about this, but how about their chances from the embassy to give them the visa to come, especially when they are older?
When they're older, yes, I'm not quite sure about that. No.
That
I think it would be more difficult for a 24-year-old to say he's coming to high school.
Yeah.
You know, they would probably be better off to apply to college,
Mm-hmm.
and then if they had approval to apply to college, then maybe you could look into changing the destination.
So for the high school, from grade 9, you accept from grade 9 to grade 12. What are the requirements?
For the requirements?
Yeah, if anybody wants to send their kids.
Well, I'll look at it from an international student point of view because they need 30 credits, they need to do community service, they need to pass a language test. However, for the international student, what happens is that I look at their record.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at, say, a student comes here grade 10.
Yeah.
And I look at their grade 9 course and say, okay, they have 8 equivalent courses.
Mm-hmm.
So I get credit for 8 courses. Look at the grade 10. There's 7 there. Okay, so now they have 15 credits earned.
Okay.
So now they need 15 more.
Mm-hmm.
For a grade 12 student,
okay.
Say someone has already graduated in their home country,
Mm-hmm.
they must take at least 6 courses with us. So the government demands that they take 6 grade 12 courses in order to go to university here.
Okay.
Yeah. So 24 equivalent credits is the maximum that we can grant.
Okay. Let's suppose another scenario, like the student comes here, finishes the high school, then for any reason couldn't continue in the university and needs to go back. The school here is accredited there, or which body is accredited that the school?
So what happens is, if that happens, they have a Ontario Secondary School diploma.
Okay.
And that diploma is valid, is accepted by universities in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
and Australia, universities, UK.
So
they
it
were
is
recognized.
accredited by the Ministry of Education here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So our students receive a diploma from the Ministry of Education of the province of Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it will be
It's
accredited.
highly sought after,
Yeah,
a diploma.
okay.
because
So
It gives you access to pretty well any university in the world.
yeah. Okay. That's good. Regarding the packages, because I know there are 2 packages,
Mhm.
28,500 and 18.
Yes, yeah.
Can you just please tell us the difference between them?
Well, the higher priced package has some guarantees in it For example, if the student, we guarantee that the student will get into a university of choice if they meet the qualification to go to that university.
Okay.
So that there is some onus on the student. They just don't sit back and wait, you know. So there's extra tutorial support with that, and extra attention from the counselors. The counselors know that they are a VIP student, and so this student receives extra attention, extra help. One thing parents should know is that we're kind of a one-stop service school.
Okay.
From visa application to university application, we do it all. There's no need for outside help to get them into university, no need for someone else to arrange for visa, that kind of thing.
Okay, you take care of.
We send out the letters, we do all the work. Yeah.
Okay, and how about any chances for a scholarship?
We do offer scholarships, yeah, and particularly where we would like to attract students who would be a benefit to the school. So if you have a student who is a top student and has a good leadership style, then that kind of student, we would look for that kind of student and probably offer a scholarship.
Okay, so the scholarship will be offered from the first year or the second year, like after you see him, after you
I think
teach
that's very flexible.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be after a student interview. You know, yeah.
And how about chances of scholarships and universities for students in your school?
Almost all of our students receive some kind of
like partial scholarship.
Partial scholarship, yeah. Full scholarships are very unusual in Canadian universities.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you would like to add to tell parents, as a parent to parent?
Well, I would say that this is the kind of school that I would like my children, who of course are grown up now, but I would be comfortable with them coming here, because we consider ourselves to be very ethical, very honest. We really do have the students' interest at heart. Yeah, so that is, and we will do our best to make a student reach their full potential. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more question, which is not about the school. Actually, it's about you. I saw a poster of you that you drove, or you drove the bicycle from Vancouver
To Halifax.
to Halifax. Wow.
3 years ago.
Wow, that's a big trip.
Yes.
How
But
many days?
I've done that 4 times.
Oh, really?
I was just like.
Wow. And how many days?
About 56 days.
56 days.
You bicycle about 120 kilometers every day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you did that trip, like you cycling all the day and sleep at the night?
Yeah,
Or?
we didn't have the tents on our bicycle. We had a vehicle that brought the tents on. So each night you set up a tent, you get in the tent.
You do it alone or with group?
With a large group. It was a big fundraiser. We
Oh.
raised a lot of funds, and my business partner here, he's a great fundraiser. So I raised in total more than $20,000 for poverty and education related issues. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I saw that, I said, wow, amazing.
Yeah.
All that trip, it's like crossing Canada from west to east, which is very long.
It's very beautiful.
Oh,
yeah.
I
it's
think
very
so.
nice. You remember, when you think about it, you can remember every flower you saw, every mountain, every tree, all the lakes. It's very beautiful. Yeah.
I wish I can cycle for just 1 hour.
But there is a train you can go across Canada, which has a observation booth, and you can enjoy that without pedaling.
I wish I can.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, I would like really to thank you and appreciate your time, and I hope it was really beneficial for
Yeah.
parents to know more about the school, and I will keep in contact. If I received more questions, I will just ask you and tell the parents what exactly they want to know.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Yes.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Have a nice day.
Okay.